Hello everybody, my name is Josh and today we're going to be opening up some Marvel Heroes and Villains Rittenhouse Archives comic cards, some trading cards. I've opened up one of their products before, their Marvel 75th anniversary. They also have some Marvel Avengers, some Marvel Bronze. So I'm kind of excited to possibly try out those products too. Again, price point on this probably close to $100 like the last one. As you can tell with these, they are only made 8,000 boxes of these. I have opened up some of these cards in the past, as you can see and remember in the style. Kind of got that dark embossing on it, but these cards are all about the art and the feel. Definitely a lot of cool artists in this set. I believe it's kind of similar to last time, 5 cards a pack. 24 packs a box, but a 90 card base set. So if I don't get too many duplicates, I should be able to put together a full set. Inside this box is also one multi-character hand-drawn sketch. If you remember from the last video that I had posted, we got a really awesome Wolverine sketch card that is just, I'm a fan. That's probably going to go to my personal collection. Figuring out how to display them, always the most difficult thing in the world, at least for me. So we'll go ahead and open it up. It's a sealed pack, so I'm pretty certain that I get everything in here. You can buy a lot of these loose sometimes, but people kind of go through and they weigh the card packs and wind up buying the sketch out of it and then selling the rest of the cards, which, you know, it happens. So I'm always looking for sealed product to open and get into. So see what kind of classic battles they have in here. What kind of classic cards. Hope that they're not a lot of duplicates. So looks like, is it Hulk and Fin Fang Foom? Yes, it is. Moon Knight and is that Marvel Scarecrow? Yep. And first pack hit. So there is the sketch. Mr. Postman, the classic Thor versus Hulk. Not bad. The Wolverine I think is cooler, but that's still kind of fun. I don't know if I'll keep that one, but that's our sketch hit. Looks like it was just a Wolverine. That was Wendigo and Sabretooth. Sasquatch and Sabretooth. Wendigo is white, that's right. Bullseye and Punisher. So, find out. I do know of like 2 different kind of inserts in these cards, but finding the sketch off the bat, that's pretty cool. So there we go. That's some Wolverine and Sabretooth, some Bianchi art. Ms. Marvel versus a Skrull, Super Skrull, Greg Horn. He does a lot of cheesecake art, but he's one of the nicest dudes I think that you will ever meet. This is a gold, looks like a gold parallel. Yeah. No, a little different. I wonder if that's just all it is. It's just a gold. I don't see anything stamped on the back. Feels kind of the same as maybe a darker matted card. But Greg Horn, I think, is one of the nicest dudes out there. I met him at Dragon Con back in like 2001. We sat there and we talked a little bit. Almost walked away without paying for a signature he did on an Electroprint that I promptly put in a folder somewhere. Went off to college, and I have never found since. So looks like Rogue versus Emplate. Little action there going on. Sorry if it's been tilted a little bit. It's kind of actually hard to record these sometimes because you're looking into basically a monitor and you don't always pay attention. Some Electro versus Spider-Man. Hulk versus Star Fox. Oh, that's Scar versus Tyrannus. Punisher versus some Skrulls. Ooh. Daredevil versus Bullseye. Is that Scarecrow versus Ghost Rider? Dustin Weaver. God. Love Dustin Weaver's art. Red Skull versus Captain America. Nick Fury versus... what is that? Ares. And that's cool. The Squadron Supreme parallel. It's like a Power Blast type thing. Not a lot of parallels in this set, it's looking like. We've already seen that. It's Bishop Cable and the Brood. Miss America versus the Henchman. Huh. It's definitely a Ghost Rider, but I can never remember Blackout. There we go. Frost Giant versus Thor. And you can tell it's kind of like a flat. This is kind of shiny. This is flat. These gold parallels. Electro versus Spider-Man. Iron Man versus the Winter Soldier. Little Civil War action there for you. Hawkeye versus Bullseye. Like I said, I'm a fan of the art on these cards. You get a bunch of different, let's look at that. It's Ghost Rider versus Haas, and it's Clayton Crane. Looks like another Skrull versus Deadpool. Looks like Moon Knight versus Khonshu, or Moon Knight versus Moon Knight. Or Moon Knight versus a villain named Midnight, who I've never heard of. Maybe I have and just don't remember. Little Nova versus, is that Kang? Sphinx? Might as well be Kang. Storm and Sabretooth. And there we go, Clayton Crane. God, he always has his art is so dark. That's the only thing I always hate about it sometimes. His colorists or himself doesn't give him enough light to all that detail he puts in there. So it comes out very muddied sometimes. Looks like Venom versus Moon Knight. Strife and Wolverine. Iron Fist. And Kwanyauza. Is this Ironmonger and Iron Man? Titanium Man. Looks like Ms. Marvel and Moonstone. Readjust again here. Sorry, guys. Loki and Captain America. Ares and Hercules. That's a gold parallel, and that's Assad Ribic with Wolverine versus Magneto. Very, very much love his stuff too. He did some great Thors. Captain America versus the Unspoken. Looks like Spider-Girl versus Green Goblin. It's a lot of... not a lot of dupes yet, so let me not have to just jinx myself. So is that Dormammu? Doctor Strange. Oh, Wolverine and Mystique. I think that's Mike Mayhew art right there. Yeah, I love Mayhew. I'm trying to go back and get all of his Mystique covers he did for the Mystique run. It's really good. Looks like some more Assad Ribic. Thor, Loki. Night Thrasher and Midnight's Fire. Don't like how they flip all these around in the pack, but that's, oh my gosh. Ariel Olivera, Kraven the Hunter. Definitely from that post-Civil War Punisher run by Fraction. There's some more. It's Penance and or Speedball versus Nova. And Addy Granoff, love his stuff. Dakin, Cyber, and Wolverine. Rhino, Abomination, Fantastic Four. Thing and Human Torch versus Rhino and Abomination. Kind of cool. Is it the Demon Bear versus She-Hulk? Ursa Major. And that is Lady Bullseye versus Daredevil by Marko Jurdovic, who I love his work, but I think he has a reputation for being a little difficult. He does a lot of video game and other ad campaign and stuff like that. I love his work. I don't think he does comic work anymore. I don't think he get a lot of fulfillment out of it, which is what it is. It's like Gorilla Man versus Scourge. X-23, who I absolutely love, and I bet that's Lady Deathstrike. Yep. Another gold parallel of Skrull versus Miss Marvel. Dakin X-23. Looks like Havoc and Vulcan. Some of the Summers brothers. Ms. Marvel versus Captain Marvel? Ms. Marvel versus Ms. Marvel. Crazy. And this is Wolverine versus like Orblet, Ruby Red. I don't know who she is. And another one of the inserts, the Red Skull. It's got his threat level on there and some stuff on the back. Johann Schmidt. Omega Red, Wolverine. Looks like Winter Soldier Captain America versus Baron Zemo. If you can tell the front of the costume. I liked Bucky as Captain America for a bit. Not everybody did, but really thought that was a really cool costume. Even if he did carry around the gun, you know. It's like some Skrulls versus thing. Must have been done around the Super Secret Invasion is when this set must have come out. 2010, yeah, it sounds about right. Ed McGuinness right there. And Dexter finds some Hulk v Red Hulk. Absorbing Man versus Thing. Black Panther versus a Wakandan tribesman. Couldn't even give him a villain to fight. Looks like Blade, no. It says Scourge and U.S. Agent. Nuke and U.S. Agent. Although I guess that's when Nuke went with the thing over his head. It's Mr. Negative and Spider-Man. Oh, looks like a Mockingbird. Who is this? Sage versus Purge? Huh. Sage, one of Chris Claremont's pet characters that shows up in everything he ever writes. Another gold parallel of this Scar versus Tyrannus. Nick Fury versus Tommy Lee Jones. I mean, Norman Osborn. Has the weirdest hair in the comics for some reason. Ooh, there we go. That's a nice one. Doctor Doom versus the Thing. It's like Elektra versus a Skrull. It's not Daredevil. But Skrull Daredevil, yeah. Red Hulk versus Spider-Man. Some more Ed McGuinness greatness. Looks like Kane versus Spider-Man. Is that Pyro versus Vanisher versus Archangel? Hey. There we go. I'm nerdy. I know my X-Men. Again, sorry for the constant adjusting this video. I hope it's not driving you crazy like it is me. Looks like Hulk versus Juggernaut. Scar versus Juggernaut. Jeez. Nova. And Monarch Starstalker. Actually have the first appearance of Monarch Starstalker. A little Deathlock, another one of those most wanted inserts. Wolverine versus some Brood. Is that the Skrulls versus Captain? No, that's Star Hulk and Major Victory. Star Hawk, not Star Hulk. You know, I make these videos late at night, and I get tired, and so I mumble sometimes. I confuse words. Stuff goes to crap, so I apologize. So Ares versus, I wonder if that's the Iron Patriot War Machine. Whiplash and Iron Man. Another one of those gold parallels, which coming around on, those are kind of cool cards. Let's see, the Hand versus Ronin. And the Gauntlet versus Thor. Thor versus Gauntlet. Gauntlet was a character that I remember seeing around Civil War. I don't know if he's created around Civil War or if he was around before that. And I'm wondering if that's not even the real Thor, if that was the clone Thor that they did. Ooh, Morbius versus Spider-Man. Penance versus Wonder Man. Card at my feet. That's kind of X-Force versus Strife. Man, can hardly see that. Let's go with Titanium Man versus Iron Man. Pardon me a second. I'm going to grab the card that fell. Yeah, Iron Patriot versus War Machine. That's the first card. So, you know, thanks for trudging along with me through all this. Rocket. And is that Ahab? Blastar. Got a little, the Thing versus somebody. The Clay Golem. Hero, villain. Oh, that's a cool lenticular. You get Thor and then the Destroyer. That's pretty cool. You know, definitely a lot more dupes this time around than we had at the 75th anniversary. So I think the base set for this is slightly lower. Wolverine is Strife again. Gold parallel. You know. Don't forget any more inserts, any more cool cards since we already hit our sketch. Some low-key Captain America action. Ares and Hercules, which is fantastic. Craven, Punisher. A lot of these we've seen. That looks like Dormammu and Doctor Strange. Yep. Ooh, Fantastic Four. Really like these cards. Really, really cool. So Thor and Absorbing Man, Wakandan Tribesman and Black Panther, yeah. Kind of disappointing that there's so many dupes. Thor and Loki. Thor and some Skrulls. Wolverine again. Gold parallel of that one. And this is Super Skrull versus Nova, so. While Little Francis Yu, drew some amazing Super Skrulls. Made them probably one of my favorite Marvel intergalactic ones. Kill Urt, or the Super Skrull right there. He's the OG. Saber-tooth Wolverine. Here we go. And then another Most Wanted, the Red Hulk. Kind of a cool insert set. But overall, in the end, pretty happy with these cards. Be honest, I probably prefer the 75th anniversary more. There's a 70th anniversary set too I might wind up getting. But, you know, it was a sketch. It's probably our big hit in the whole pack. But we got this cool lenticular, some cool Power Blast cards, some cool Most Wanted stuff. So, pretty cool cards. So, thank you for coming on with this and putting up with my camera BS. But until next time, I have been Josh.